Are we in hell right now? Let's investigate. We are on the earth, which is part of the physical world in the physical plane. But there is also a spirit world that is wholly separate from the earth. Now, that being said, there is a spiritual component to the earth. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to say the earth is the physical world and everything else is the spirit world. We visit the spirit world every night when we go to sleep. Via our dreams or sleep state experiences, we can have the ability to either have self-contained soul-based projections, which I feel is a dream, or we can actually interact with other entities that either have physical bodies on the earth or not. Our ability to navigate the spirit world is actually based upon the amount of love that is reflected from our soul. So in the spirit world, there are different dimensions. And again, to the best of my understanding, at this current time, each dimension has an interstellar boundary made of love. Which means that if there is a lack of love in your soul, it restricts your movement and ability to navigate the various pleasures and joys of the spirit world. It's not really that case on the earth. The earth is kind of unique. It is a free will zone. In Christianity, it is a teaching that when you go to your afterlife location, when you leave your physical body, that you are stuck there forever. Now, many people who have lived on the earth have acted in non-loving ways, let's just put it that way, okay? And when they go to the spirit world, they end up somewhere in the hells, in the low vibratory states where much amount of fear is present. Those entities do not want to take responsibility for their own actions, and they also oftentimes falsely believe that they cannot improve their situation. So what they do is they come back to the earth, to the physical plane, and they manipulate people and do various things for various reasons. I'll talk more about this in other videos, but I want to highlight the truth that spirit people are real. They do exist. They exist in the spirit world, and they exist here on the earth all over the place. They're literally everywhere, okay? Now, because the earth is a free will zone, it has the ability to change its vibrational state depending upon who's on it at any given time. So, really, the totality of the earth's emotional state is the sum total of all of the emotional states of all of the people, physical and spiritual, that are currently residing on the earth. That means that there theoretically could be paradise in the physical plane if we were able to raise the collective vibration of the entire planet up high enough. However, the only way to do that is for each of us to heal ourselves by feeling out our emotions and growing in love. My current understanding is that the earth in its current state, and by the way, I'm talking generally speaking, I'm not talking about your individual situation. The earth in its current state is in a hellish condition. You know, I'm not going to try to pretend like I can correlate every single vibratory state with, you know, the amount of love that corresponds to it. You know, all that stuff's over my head for the time being, but I'm aware that these concepts exist. And so, like, if the majority of the population of the planet Earth is living in huge amounts of fear, then the physical plane of the Earth is going to fall in the vibratory spectrum that is considered hell in the spirit world. So, to answer our question, are we in hell? No, but the earth is in a hellish condition. It doesn't have to be, but again, it's important to tell the truth. Yes, people who are living in the United States have many creature comforts. Does that mean that they are loving? No, not at all. And in fact, actually, a lot of people who are in the United States that have these creature comforts, it is often most difficult for those people to come to terms with the truth that much of our creature comforts are non-loving. Actually, it's my understanding that it is most difficult for people who are in like the upper middle class to come to terms with this stuff because they're the ones that have bought into it the most. Anyway, that being said, my understanding of hell in the spirit world is that you will be there as long as you are making decisions based on fear. So like, if you're going to sleep every night and having terrible experiences, it's actually because you're full of fear and your soul is attempting to attract events to get you to feel out your emotions. It happens in the spirit world too. And actually, oftentimes it's more intense because there's no society and there's no so-called authority in the spirit world. So if you don't really remember your dreams, there's potentially a lot of reasons why that is the case, but one of those potential reasons is that actually horrible things are happening to you in the spirit world and you do not want to come to terms with what is actually happening. But that being said, if we can recognize that the earth is actually in a hellish condition as well, then we can start working on ourselves in the physical world to not only improve our emotional state in the physical world, but also to improve or rather expand our ability to navigate in the spirit world.